Bubble Busters!
My name is Sandy. I live with my 3-year-old son Ken and my husband John. Our house is located in between our parents. The distance between our home and my parents and my husband's parents are about the same. Perhaps his parents' house is a little closer. My mother and my mother-in-law both dote on their first grandson Ken. Hi, Sandy. I want to go buy Ken's summer clothes this weekend. Can you and Ken come with me? Ken must have started to wear summer clothes by now, right? He is growing up so fast, so his clothes must be getting too small. Hi, Belle. Yeah, we are free this weekend. You're right, he has started to wear his summer clothes, but he doesn't have enough. Like you said, some clothes are too small for him, and he has ruined his others. That's a good thing. Boys are boys, you know. Soon you'll have different trouble. Clothes will fit him, but be too dirty to wear. No, I don't want that. I don't want to sound stingy, but I don't like the sound of that. That is every boy's mom's fate. Can't be helped. Yeah. By the way, as we are going to the mall to get his clothes, why don't we have something to eat at our place on the way home? Is that all right? My pleasure. I only ever eat with my husband. It's kind of quiet, so please. Thank you so much. We will come to yours then. You are more than welcome. What does Ken like to eat? He eats almost anything, but not shellfish. He is allergic. No crabs, shrimps, not even crab sticks. Sandy, are you letting him be so picky about his food? You must make him eat the food he doesn't like, too. Having an allergy and being picky are completely different. He is only 3, and when you're as small as him, he can get a severe reaction. You make it sound like shellfish are poisonous. For Ken, they are. So please don't give him any shellfish. Okay, I'll think about it. I'll think about it? What is there to think about? Allergies are not the same as being picky. My mother-in-law invites us for meals quite a lot because my father-in-law is so quiet. That is great, but she thinks an allergy is just being picky with food. So every opportunity she gets, she tries to make my son eat shellfish. It's exhausting to keep an eye on his food, to make sure she's not trying to feed him shellfish. The meal we're invited this time is the same. Half of me was happy, but the other half was dreading it. We finished shopping quickly before Ken started to misbehave, so we left the mall. You can relax while I prepare the meal, Sandy. Oh, no, I can't just let you do that. No, don't worry. You can play with Ken instead. Well, thank you. If you insist, but still, please don't use any crab, shrimp, or shellfish. Yes, yes. Ugh, you really are soft on him. It really is not about being soft. It's my responsibility as a mother to keep him safe, as he is too young to know about these things. You are overprotective. You can let him be. He is a boy. In fact, I did that to my son John, and he grew up fine, didn't he? John and Ken are different. John has no allergies, does he? I was worried about leaving my mother-in-law alone to prepare the meal, but I heard Ken calling me, so reluctantly I left the kitchen to see him. Later, I regret this so bitterly. What my mother-in-law made was Ken's favorite food, dumplings. As Ken saw the dumplings with green peas, which he eats all the time, on a big plate, he was very excited. We managed to make him take his seat, and we started eating. I checked the dumplings to see if it was a meat and not a shellfish dumpling before putting it on his plate. For a while, everything went smoothly, but after about 30 minutes…
Mommy, my throat is itchy.
Your throat? Let me see. It doesn't look like anything is wrong. Still itchy?
Yeah.
He seems to be irritated and scratching himself, so I thought it was because we made him try on many clothes earlier. Then, out of the blue, my father-in-law pulled up Ken's top with a furious expression on his face.
Oh!
We gasped at the sight of his back, covered in a rash. After seeing Ken's back, my father-in-law left the room without a single word, but I was panicking. Ken!
Mommy,
He started to cry, and the rash was spreading all over his face. "What is this? He looks like a toad. Oh, I only put a little bit in his rice." "Looking like a toad? It's a rash! Put a little bit in his rice?" "Yes, I wanted to teach him not to be picky, so I sprinkled a little bit of crab seasoning on his rice." "How dare you!" "What? You can't talk to me like that!"
Sandy, an ambulance is coming. Take Ken to the emergency room. I'll talk to her.
Oh!
I'm sorry. She's such an idiot.
When he apologetically patted Ken's head, who by this time was crying and struggling to breathe, the doorbell rang, and we got in the ambulance and left for the hospital. There, the doctor told me because my father-in-law called the ambulance straight away, Ken's condition wasn't life-threatening. I felt so relieved. Instead, however, my anger turned its attention toward my mother-in-law.
Sandy! Is Ken okay? Sandy, how's Ken doing?
My in-laws and John came to the hospital later. Thanks to your father calling the ambulance quickly, plus the small amount he ate, his condition was not life-threatening. He's on a drip and sleeping right now.
Thank God. I'm so very sorry. You don't need to apologize. You're the one who called the ambulance so quickly, so thank you!
John's right. What about me? I was only trying to teach him not to be picky. I don't care if she is my mother-in-law. I will make her regret what she has done. She almost killed her own grandson. Trouble buster! Teaching him not to be picky on his food, huh? So, you almost killed him, but you did it for him? What in the world? You obviously are a strict grandmother. Parents today are too soft on their kids. We are not being soft. How many times did we say he has an allergy? That's just an excuse for parents so they don't have to discipline whiny kids. What in the world are you talking about? You should learn how to raise a child from the beginning. But then, there is no need anymore. You will have nothing to do with any kids anymore. Huh?
I want a divorce. I cannot live with someone who nearly killed my beloved grandson. As long as you are here, Ken can't visit us without worrying.
What? How can you be so heartless? He's not being heartless. Don't you realize the severity of what you've done? This is an attempted murder! Attempted murder! You deliberately mixed the crab seasoning in his rice. If Ken had died, it would have been murder. You would have been arrested.
Mom, I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
No.
The people I want to protect are Sandy and Ken. If you ever try to harm them again, I will not hesitate to stop you. I never want to see your face again. It's too late now for you to start realizing the enormity of what you've done.
I did a terrible thing. I'll never do it again. So, honey, Sandy and John, please don't cut me off.
John, you're on Sandy and Ken's side, right? Yeah. How about you, Dad? I will file for divorce and leave home. Are you the one who's going to leave home? Then why don't you live with us?
What?
I don't want to impose on you. You're no spring chicken. It will be difficult for you to rent an apartment and live on your own. We have a fairly big spare room on the first floor that we don't use. It's big enough for Dad to move in.
Yes, that's a good idea.
Well, if you insist. I'll clear up the room as soon as we get home.
Thanks. I will stay with Ken tonight in the hospital.
Got it.
My mother-in-law was so shocked that her husband is divorcing her, and her son is cutting any ties with her. She just stood there and listened to our conversation in dismay. She was dragged out of the hospital by my husband and father-in-law. The next day, my father-in-law took the divorce papers to the relevant authorities, which his wife had to sign without choice. John and my father-in-law completely blanked out my crying mother-in-law as he finished packing and moved into our house. Ken left the hospital the next day. He was so active, so it was harder for me to calm him down after the boredom of hospital. When we got home, Ken's grandpa was there, and he played with him happily. He seems to be very happy living in the same house with his grandson. Even though Ken tires him out by the end of every day, they are always playing together. About my mother-in-law. She is getting older living in the big house alone. but I could not care less about a woman who nearly killed my beloved son. Trouble Busters!